Let's talk about the digital asset, the ultimate digital asset, which is a KDP book. Once you have a good book selling, not only does it pay you passively, it can pay you consistently, it can actually grow in sales without you doing anything if you set it up right. In this video, I'm going to show you one of my books that I've set up, and it's at the beginning of the launch phase now, and I'm going to show you the telltale signs you should look for in order to know if your book's going to become a winner or not. Right? Let's just talk about, firstly, like what the roadmap looks like from your idea to creating a book to that book launching right and eventually making you a lot of money. So if you think, you start with an idea, okay? Idea here. And by idea, I mean what type of book you're going to do, what type of customer you're going to target, okay? So it's the book and it's the customer. Now, just remember, these need to be spot on from the start. Otherwise, you're doomed for failure. Everything starts with this. You need the right book to the right customer, okay? That's something you've got to know how to do. You need to know how to find a winning customer, a winning niche. By the way, I'll leave a link below to my free guide on how to do this. Just grab it. That shows you how to do it in 15 minutes, okay? So you've got that. You create your book, right? Now you need to launch it, and that requires money. So if you think this up here is the money, I'm going to put in green, actually. Put in green. That's the money you're going to spend. And this here is over the period of time. Let's put that in this sort of color here. So straight away, you're putting money behind this. Okay? Over a period of time, this is all money that you're investing. Okay? Now I'm going to do, in this line, the money in profit you're making. No, sorry, not money in profit, the sales you're making. Okay? So if you think to start with, you're not making any sales, sales start creeping up. If you do the first two things right, sales will start creeping up with the money that you invested. So there comes a point now around here, and I'll show you in a minute on my actual book, where you need to decide whether you put more money in because the book is actually doing well, or you kill it. Now, most KDP sellers, when they put money in and they see they're not making profit straight away, they panic. They think, I'm just going to end up spending loads of money on this book and never make any profit. So they kill the ads go down, and so does the sales. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like to still not be making any profit, because this here is a negative, yeah? But to keep it going in this direction, to eventually, when this, I'll do it in blue, this will eventually go up like this and take over your ad spend, and then there, the gap between these two, that's your profit. Let's look at one of my books that I've started on. This book, before I show you, is around. I'm probably around here now, where I'm at a point where I need to decide whether to keep these ads going, or kill it. But it's actually more like this. It's very close to breaking even just on ads. I haven't checked the organic yet, but I suspect it's like that, or even profitable already. Right, but I'm going to tell you now what to do along this path here, because this is the path that is very crucial for the longevity of your book. And also, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to kill your ads too quickly and not give your book a chance. So let's have a look at my book here. Right, so you think this book here is when I started the launch at the beginning of Feb. It's come through now, and the spend's just been going up. Let's click on the spend. You can see the spend's just back. Obviously, it's not going to be a straight line like that, but you get my point. It's the accumulative spend over the period of time was $87. So in most people's mind, it's like, oh, I've put $87 in there. How much have I made? Now, for my book, I'm very close to break even because I've got a very, very high price book. This book is nearly $15. And because I got the customer and the price of the book right, everything's spot on, that's put me very close to this line here. Okay, so this is what I mean by getting these two right. It's so important to get those two right. Why? Because you lose less money with your ads. You can almost break even with just your ads, and if you can get as close to break even as possible with just your ads, now you're getting your book out there to millions of buyers for free. So that only happens when you get these two bad boys right. So you need to make sure you crack the customer and you make sure you position the book right. Like I said, free guide down below. Just grab that. That will help you. All right. So now let's go back to my ads. You can see now, let's just say I'm at the point now where it's kind of passed already. I mean, within the first $50. But let's just say I'm at a point now where I need to decide whether to keep this ad going. Let's just assume it's not made any organic sales. All right. I've made, it makes about $6.20. I think $6.21 per sale because it's about $14.97. And times that by 13. Okay, so it's made $80 in sales, and I'll spend $87. Now, I mean, this is a no-brainer because I've done it right, okay? But just say that was a lot lower. Say it was like 50, and you feel like, oh, I've lost $37, okay? What you need to do, though, is don't look too much at that cost at the moment. Just think in your mind, I'm going to spend $50 to $100 on this book to test it. What I really need to be looking at is the purchases and the clicks. Now, how many clicks has it had? How many purchases has it had? If for every 10 clicks you're getting a sale, like 10% that is, that's a good sign. I always think that's a decent conversion rate. And I learned this from my coaches actually, because I wasn't even looking at conversion rates. One of them told me that if you're getting 10%, that's kind of like a good sign it's going to be profitable. And whenever I've had a good conversion rate, like straight away, the book has done well. For example, if you make one sale within the first 10 clicks, there's a chance that book's going to sell really well, especially if it carries on, like 2 sales in 20 clicks, or even 3 sales in 20 clicks, etc. Okay, so that's what you need to be looking at. Don't look too much at the ad spend. Okay, so this book now is doing really well. It's only lost $7 on ads, but I'm sure it's made it up organic. I'll check it at some point later. By the way, I can't check it here because my account isn't set up on here. I'm just running the ads from here. My account's on a laptop that I use outside of this house because I'm banned from Amazon. That's another story. Right. So that's good conversion rate. I'm not too fussed about this. And because my price is so high, nearly $15, the profit on this is phenomenal. It's like $6 per sale. Think about that, especially if you're charging below $10. You might only be getting $1 or $2 profit. I'm getting like nearly 3-4 times what you're getting just because I picked the right customer and the type of book to provide for that customer. Third time, the link's below, grab that. So the next book you're working on, firstly get this right, then launch it. Be mindful that you're going to spend money first, but then you can watch your loss. There's nothing wrong with that. You keep that in mind, but look at the conversion rate. If the conversion rate is looking at 10% plus, then you could leave that running, and eventually this should come up and make profit for you. And remember, it all starts with the book, the type of book, and the type of customer. This sets it up from the start. My name is Jace Perry, by the way. I do videos on how to create KDP books that sell. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.